boy RZ. Let's turn that down a little bit. It's your boy RZ in the house. Today is Friday. Today is Go For No. Face your fears on Fridays. So I woke up this morning, right? Evidently, I did, because I've been this car driving. But read my Bible verse first thing this morning. Still in that book of Amos, gonna finish that book out. This book right here was saying, seek the Lord, go to the Lord. He seek a lot in this chapter. That's going for the Lord, choosing the Lord. Oh, this man started to use car lot. Oh my goodness, yeah. But see, that was the name of the game. Seek the Lord, seek the Lord. And so it's one of these things I've been pushing hard and seeking and looking, and now I'm gonna let some things kind of fill in, because me and my sister was talking last night, and one of the things we were talking about is having good stuff in our heart. And I made a statement, pretty profound statements like we're traveling in this world with a boat with holes in it. And those holes are letting bad stuff in. We have to push that bad stuff out. And the holes that we got in our boat is our ears, eyes, and our mouth. We see something, we hear something, or we eating something. And those holes right there, affect our quality of life, just like with a regular boat. Just letting everything just come in all willy-nilly, all everything and garbage, and not trying to sure this thing up from the inside out. Sure this thing up. Guarding those areas, dipping that stuff. Man, I still didn't do what I wanted to do. I wanted to brush this noggin. Then brush the noggin. I went back in to feed the cat, but I think I got an emergency brush somewhere. Anyway. But that was one of the things we were talking about. It was talking about, of course, I was explaining to her the way I see people now, not truly as I see people's problems, not truly as their problem, but as a part of me. So when I'm addressing that person, I'm looking at that person, like here, a classic example, one of my co-workers want to do good, or says they want to do good, want to work, but refuse to work. And I'm saying, I was looking, I said, look at that part of me. At first I said, look at him. They want to work, but they don't want to work. They don't want to put in the effort. And I said, yeah, that's just like a part of me. Maybe if I could figure out a way to motivate them, I could motivate this part of me, right? So just looking at it a little different. My sister said, yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, because now you look at people with problems and have a little bit more compassion on them. So, we talked about that. We talked about her getting back on her YouTube channel and the thoughts behind that, and the fears and the shame. That's a fear of shame. So that's why, but on another note, right? I did have a great talk with my daughters last night. Her and her online store, and I was saying in my mind, shut up, brain, shut up. Listen to her. Let's get her to talk even more about it. Let's just listen to what they gotta say. I had some anecdotes and some ideas I kind of threw out there, but just listen to what they got to say is the main thing. So that's what I was doing. And so I talked to both of them. One of them, she was doing an online store, picking out products and stuff like that. And I was telling her a little bit of word of wisdom, because she was worried about getting into a space that already had a lot of people in the space. Didn't know if she could come to that space. And I was telling her how another guy came to that space, but if the product was good, the way he made his own space is finding a niche market. It's more targeted market instead of blanketed marketing. See, all you need is a small core group. Is all you need. So it just reminded me of some stuff. I was talking to her, but actually I was talking to that part of me, that entrepreneurial side of part of me. See how it worked? So I was able to flesh some things out because it was in the flesh. That part of me now had a body, had a face, and I can compensate with it easily. And then my other daughter came in and she was talking about her real estate project. She's looking for a house, of course. She's ready to get a house, anxious to get a house, but right now the housing market is very, very high, very volatile. So we're, all the indicators been telling me just go ahead and save your money and wait instead of jumping in the deep end. It's like in the stock market, you're jumping in when it's high. It's too high. But is it, right? But anyway. Now, then, so back to the day. Me and my sister, we talked about 2 hours. She said, hey, we need to go ahead and get this. That should be our YouTube channel right here. This should be our podcast or whatever. So it's something to think about, and I really do. And that's what I want to do, is sit down and just have conversations with people to flesh these things out, see how it's going, and maybe somebody pick a nugget up. Like myself, I can pick a nugget up. Because guess what? My plan I hadn't been getting enough rest. So my plan, I told my wife, I said, look, I'm going to go home and just get straight in the bed. She said, oh, you can't do that. I said, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I'm going to get in the bed early tonight. Well, of course, that didn't work out. And actually, I actually ended up staying up later than I normally would. And why is that, right? Right? It's like a boomerang effect, more like a rubber band effect. It's like when I say I'm gonna do even better in a certain in the problem area, it looks like I do worse. Is it because maybe since I already made that up, I get a little complacent, let the other safeguards down, get naive? What is it? Anyway, I stayed up later than I anticipated, even though the Lord was trying to get me in the bed. Yeah. Because what normally keep me up, sometimes what normally keep me up is I'm watching videos late at night, So that's the main thing. And my daughter's using my computer. She's like, I need to use this computer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, end up staying up later, printing out cards and stuff like that. Because I didn't want to just, you don't want to just leave your computer because they'll lay it around and all this stuff like that. But I wanted just like watching the news every night. Like when my wife is at home, when she go to sleep, well, when we get ready for bed, we put on Perry Mason. Perry Mason, I rub her feet while we watch Perry Mason. She wind down for the day. That's like a thing, right? So everybody got their winding down type of ritual and stuff like that, and that's just mine. So the Lord was helping me, to get in the bed, but he goes straight on through. I need to set something else up. Something else I need to have set up. And I asked myself the one thing that I could do is such by doing it. One thing that I could do to get in the bed earlier. I'm asking that question, right? I'm thinking, what can I do? One of them was not eat. So I did flesh that out last night. I was able to do that. Even though I got off late. I had a breakfast and a lunch. But then I got off late. I was like, man, 7:30. I get home, it's 8 o'clock. I'm not going to eat nothing. I'm going to drink me a casein protein shake. That'll hold me over the night. But I hadn't drunk it yet. Because I really don't want to drink. I want to eat on something, right? So, but I ended up drinking it and didn't even have to eat anything. And that was my plan, because if I don't have to eat or cook, then I can get in the bed early, because I won't be up cooking. I won't be up eating. See what I'm saying? So that was one of the things. but it needs to be another. The environment needs to support that choice. You know, so that's what we're thinking about. But anyway, going for no today. Gonna go with an unprecedented amount of no's today. I thought I was gonna do it yesterday, but I didn't do it. I ain't get nowhere close. But we're going in today, right? Like my wife said, you got tomorrow. Yeah, you ain't doing it today. Get some sleep. Wake up tomorrow. Do it again. Get better results. All right. Let me listen to Pastor. Peace out.